Hello. Is this thing on? Talk talk, as Breach would say. Welcome. I know we transitioned quite quickly from one topic to another. Here we are, episode 7, I believe, for the D&D campaign that my friends and I are embarking on. DM, close friend of mine, Phrank, as we call him, Phrank the DM. We're here with Queen, Lemon, myself, and Ethan, otherwise known as Bonesaw as well. Got a whole group of people. Last time before we ended abruptly, we were in pursuit of 2 doppelgangers. We found out that the town master is not who they say they are. They are in fact a doppelganger, and so is their assistant. So we did a little bit of damage. They managed to escape. We might still be kind of in the thick of battle. We might try to chase them down. That's what we're here to find out. Unfortunately, usually my overlay would include them on the left side, but I think because I started like a stream, Discord wasn't recognizing my my webcam, so I couldn't do like my other overlay. So you're just gonna have to see me for now, and really for this stream. On Friday, we usually have like a overlay that includes everybody. So I apologize if you're anticipating that. We're not gonna get that this time. So, okay, what do we gotta do now? We gotta introduce the DM, the party. Let's get involved, ladies and gentlemen. Let us begin episode 7 of the campaign.
Hit them quite a bit, and they're still not even like injured that much. So I'm kind of scared.
Queen,
We're live.
last time we were playing, so this is going to be a little bit of a messy start to this session. But last time we were playing, correct me if I'm wrong, but we ended on your turn, right?
I don't remember.
I think we did, because you were in pursuit. And
Oh yeah, in regards to turn order, yeah.
but I think you were like next to go, like you were supposed to go now. So let's you know what? I'm gonna stop the music. So connecting from last session, you guys come back and you've been fighting a couple of recently discovered doppelgangers. You're currently in the midst of fighting them. They have, however, began to retreat. And as Ethan said earlier, you guys have done an absolute ton of damage. It seems like, from your perspective, nothing that you've come across thus far, not even Clarg, has taken quite the beating that this doppelganger has. So we left in the middle of the action. Let's bring you back to show you the inside of the building. So this is where we left off. Now, Kiriko has hopped out the window and is pursuing these 2 doppelgangers. And where we leave, I believe you've still got, if I'm doing my math correctly, you should still have about 10 feet of movement after you've vaulted out the window. So when we get over there, you'll have 10 feet to move, and I'll show you what you see once you get out there. Now, we are going to have to be jumping back and forth because the map that I drew, I realized I did not include certain aspects. So I'm going to give you guys the perspective that you're looking at here. Jump back on. So the perspective that you see, Kiriko, you've just vaulted your way out the window. Like I said, you've got about 10 feet of movement.
Wait, why? I had 45 left.
45?
Yeah, I dashed out.
You dashed out. Okay. Okay, so then then you've got 45 feet of movement. Or, I mean, in theory, because we did kind of cut it short, you can choose. I'll let you choose still what you want your actions and stuff to be, given like the current situation. Also, these guys should be nowhere near here. You guys are way over here. So you're here. And these two are actually in the building. Now, you're not exactly positioned here as you saw in the other building, but this is effectively where you guys have left off. And yeah, this is what you see. So you saw that the doppelganger that was in the lead had also dashed away, and you saw him curve around this building here, which is actually the Lion Shield Coster. And the other one is lagging behind by quite a bit because of all the damage and kind of attempted grapples that were made at this doppelganger. So, like I said, you can take the dash action. You should have either 15 or 45 feet remaining, depending on what you want to do. So, Kiriko, it is currently... You guys can see the turn order, right?
No.
No.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do then... But you can see everything else?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to just tell you whose turn it is then. So right now it's Kiriko's.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I want to shoot her.
Okay, so you're retracting the dash action and you're going to take the extra stuff to shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. You still, like I said, you still have 15 feet of movement. You can clear that up if you want now or after the shot. Okay.
Fuck me. It was too good last time. I got screwed over.
Okay. Actually, I just realized I have to bring up the thing here too. Honestly, last time I remember, I had honestly, I think 9 tabs, 9 like small windows just of all the stuff you guys were doing. So, okay, so you line up your shot. As you've been kind of hustling over, you draw back to take your shot, and the doppelganger, just with that swift kind of motion, is able to tuck underneath the shot, and you do end up whiffing. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No.
No? Okay. So now, unfortunately, I do have to jump around here a little bit between these maps. So the 2 guards that are inside, they go next. And I'll just kind of show you kind of what we're doing. So the 2 guards are just on the outside. One's on the outside of the building. The other one's on the inside. This one here on the inside of the building is going to start heading back this way. And this one's going to move forward very cautiously as well. Okay. Next is the doppelgangers. So you can't see where the other one is, but this one you can see just hits the ground running. Sec. Okay. Next is Club, so we'll jump back. This is such a weird way to do this.
I'm dashing.
So Club, you're dashing?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Okay,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay. Now, they did... well, actually, technically, you're heading a little bit closer towards the Coster, so that works too. Next is Tarkon, so we can jump back to the other side. Tarkon?
Did I see where they went?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, for sure. So you were outside of the building. When Kiriko jumped out the building, out the window, she like kind of plopped down right in front of you and started taking off and fired her arrow. So you saw that they ran.
They
over
went this
here.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, Club, I'll put you in perspective in just a second, but go ahead, Tarkon.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Just one sec.
So if we're being accurate to that last building,
Well. And what do I want to do? I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
Sir. 5, 10, 15, 25. Just gonna go to here.
okay. So as you're running around the side of the building here, you can see in this back area, there's big heaps of kind of broken wood and broken pallets and all kinds of clumps of metal. And you can see two of Lenine's workers just hauling material back and forth. And they just kind of are a little dumbfounded to see this high-speed chase kind of going on in their backyard here. But as you arc around the corner, you do actually see that... System is... so you can see that the damaged doppelganger, as you kind of chase around, you follow, there's that black ooze just slowly dripping off her back, and you do see that she is standing there, running.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next is Lazuli, so we'll drag you back over.
Each block is 5, right?
5.
5, 10, 15, 20. I want to make an attempt to go through the window.
Okay, give me either acrobatics or athletics. Okay, so you're able to vault through that window, no problem. Drops down a couple of feet, but you land super clean.
Is that my action?
No.
Oh, that puts me at like, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Then hopping out is 35. Or, sorry, 30.
Yep, so it's just another 5 feet.
Okay. Can you bring me over to the next thing and plop me
Yep.
over there?
It's very back and forth.
That should be the last time since I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know where I end up.
So you right now are...
Here?
You're up, go up 10 feet. There you go.
Okay. And I have 5 more feet.
Yes.
5. Then I'm going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
You have 40 feet?
I have 40 speed.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Wait, I still have an inspiration.
Yeah, that was from like when you were
And I
napping.
didn't fucking use it.
A lot has happened. Otherwise, I would retcon it if you wanted to use it.
No, it's okay.
The fact that I see Tarkon is enough for me. I was thinking about using my key to like dash again, but I think I'm in a good spot.
Okay.
My turn?
Sorry, next is, yes, Kiriko. Can you see the turn order now?
No.
No.
Oh, Jesus. I wonder if you can bring it up by just clicking the clock button on the left.
I dashed.
Okay. Okay, so when you get there, you can't see the one that was in the lead, but you can see that this one is, that the one that, again, is just heavily damaged and oozing out that black fluid out of her back is still on the move here. Okay, so next up will be the guards, who actually here. So they very slowly creep their way, and I just want to make sure I've got these numbers right. Okay. So they do. They slowly creep their way, and they just kind of stand post. This one here is in the lead. The other one just barely makes it up behind him, and they just kind of stand post at the side of this building here. Next is the doppelgangers, and this one you can see here. Oops. She gets way taller. Oh my god, this map is not big enough.
do I see that? Do I see that?
At this point you would have seen it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So when the doppelganger gets to this point on the building, she still has a little bit of movement to go. But you can see just the long limbs just kind of out to the sides, just creepily like looking around for where she can go. And she ends up just tucking herself back here. Next club.
Dash. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Can I like yell at the doppelganger as a bonus action?
Sure.
I'm gonna yell, "Stay there," at them and attempt to intimidate them.
Okay. See what happens. Roll intimidation.
Yes, sir. That is a 15.
Okay. Tarkon.
Yeah. What?
Is your turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Huh.
That's where
I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
As your bonus action, because you could grapple here.
Yeah, that's my bonus action.
Do you have? How do you dash as your bonus action?
Oh, sorry. You're right.
The cunning
can I?
action. Yeah. The
Oh
cunning.
yeah, you have cunning.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay. Go ahead.
and I have vine rope in my equipment.
Okay.
I want to try and grapple this person and tie them up, sort of thing.
Okay. So let's get you to roll for the grapple first.
Yeah.
So it's a straight strength check.
Ooh, strength. This boy ain't that strong. Where's my strength? There it is.
Far left.
Oh.
I
That's a strength save.
Ah, fuck.
just subtract 2 or whatever.
No, I'm
Right?
gonna make him roll it.
No, we were just
You
like
gotta roll it.
There you go.
mid battle.
I did.
We were just mid battle,
It wouldn't.
and we
have
started
mattered.
chasing
Oh, they're
these
both
people.
plus 3.
Oh, you got a 20?
But we are hella fast.
It's a 22.
Okay.
So you reach out to try to grab this doppelganger, and again, there's just something to the slipperiness and the long, skinny limbs of this creature that just evades you, and she's able to slip out.
All right.
Okay, Lazuli.
Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Dash! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
Turn over.
So at this point, you round the corner, and you can see Tarkon kind of diving forward, looking to grab this creature, and just you see the tip of the leg kind of slipping out of his grasp.
Turn done.
You're done? Kiriko. It's a slippery little creature.
Okay. I can't do it on the map But I think I can take my movement and get out wide enough to see her. I go straight diagonal left.
Yes. So how much movement do you have?
35.
5. So 5, 10, 15. Jesus. Sorry, the lines are terrible. 5. I gotta really zoom in. Okay, yeah, you're right. So if I put you here, but I assume that you are another 10 feet to the left, I would give you the angle on that.
Okay, then I'm gonna fire.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, inspiration.
Okay. You better.
I hate this game.
What is that? That's a 2 and a 4, dude.
After a 2 last turn, yeah. This is why I don't play this game.
Second, 2. Jesus, it is a 2 and a 4. Oh my god. And you have Hunter's Mark too, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you fire and it skirts right through Tarkon's fur, and this creature, you've never faced anything like this. It's just slender limbs are able to just barely make it out of the way. So next is going to be the doppelgangers. So I need to do a little bit of a check here, kind of a character what are you thinking check. So, and I need your genuine answer. So what is your character currently thinking? And I need the answer from Tarkon and from Club. Actually, sorry, I also need it from Lazuli. Like, what are you thinking you want to do to this?
I want to go in that order because that makes most sense. So Lemon, Club, Lazuli.
I'm trying to at least capture, because I think we lost the other one.
Okay.
And maybe, even though they haven't really talked at all, you know, try and see what's up with them instead of just outright killing them.
Okay. And
he hurt me. I've been hurt, so I want to kill him.
Okay, and Lazuli?
I'm with Tarkon.
You're looking to capture it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or knock unconscious. Knock unconscious.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, either or that.
Okay. Okay. So at this is a game mechanic. Why I asked you guys, by the way. So at this, the doppelganger sprints forward, jumping out of Tarkon's arms, sprints forward. To meet. Actually, sorry, can I go that far? 5? Can't quite go that far. So sprints forward and raises its club above its head.
Wait, I have one question. Since it left Lemon's area, does he have an opportunity attack?
He does.
Oh, yeah.
Opportunity grapple?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was just an opportunity attack.
I mean, Lemon, you might as well make it and just say every hit is an unconscious hit. Unconscious hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
what?
okay. So you cannot opportunity grapple.
Okay. I'll just go for a knockout then.
Okay, so you're gonna attempt to do non-lethal damage.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and so what are you using?
I'm gonna use my daggers.
Okay,
Can I do that? Or
you
can
can
I
use
one?
you for the opportunity attack. You use 1 dagger.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Since I'm a rogue, you know.
Yep. So roll the hit. Okay, and then roll the damage.
Jesus. No way!
No fucking way.
You've got to be. I do 35 damage, and Lemon's gonna come in at the end with fucking 8.
Oh my god. He's out cold. She's out cold. She's out cold. It was enough. It was 8. If it was 7, she would have got away. She would have been right up. It's 8. It's exactly 8.
She had 8.
Let's go, Lemon.
Mostly queen. Mostly queen.
All right.
Good team.
God, the DM shouldn't be showing that he's bummed. Go ahead and describe how you knock this thing.
With the dagger too.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna do like what Arya did on Game of Thrones. Like she's gonna be running away, and I'm just gonna like raise my dagger in the air and drop it and catch her with my other hand and just hit her in the back of the head with the butt of it.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Just like dropping the mic on this doppelganger, you know?
Okay. So you absolutely commit to that, and just kind of like in a flash, the doppelgangers slowly, just squeezing out of your grasp, and you get that one decent clunk in, and you just you can see the consciousness just leave it. It doesn't have any expression on its face, but it just drops, and as it does, there's kind of a flash of these different images of people that it's turned into in the past, and it just hits the ground and maintains its blue and black, almost skeleton-like form, and it is now laying on the ground unconscious.
Are we out of turn order?
Yeah.
You are,
I need to
and
give
so
away.
I will bring you
Okay.
back into the Phandelver map.
I have an action right away before anything else happens.
Okay.
I want to go up to the body and pick up its weapon.
Doesn't it not have one? Isn't it its own skin?
No.
No. So it is like it's the same coloration. It's as though it were made from like a weird mixture of like doppelganger flesh, but it is definitely still just like a weird looking club, like an alien looking club. Okay, so I'll move you guys over to where you need to be. So this is a guard. Club is here. Now, the angles of the houses, it wouldn't let me do an angled house. Oh,
fine.
boy. Knocked it out.
It was fucking the exact damage. Insane.
All right, so Tarkon's here. Kiriko, where's Kiriko? Oh, sneaky Kiriko. All right, so these guys are here. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, so from what you know, there is one doppelganger that just once you turn that corner, you just could not see where it had gone. There's a couple of buildings in the surrounding area that just look like domiciles, like just regular houses. But you can't really see any place that this thing could have gone.
I need to know what kind of weapon to add.
Oh, you were gonna add. Apologize.
Yes, sir. Babe, come on. Something good, baby. Something good.
It'd be dope if it's like 2D11, instead of a 2D10.
Dude,
or something
imagine, bro. Imagine it being like just fucking uber fucking club thing. Melee weapon.
So
If you're about to tell me it's a great club, I'm gonna be very not happy. He's about to fucking tell me.
Ow, it's made out of flesh and all this other shit. Can't be a great club.
That's what I'm saying, because a great club can technically be anything. So that's what I'm worried about. Because it's
So-
like a big tree branch could be a great club.
He's gonna make some stuff up. I know, Frank.
No.
Not this time.
Ethan's probably getting some DMs right now. Some secret DMs.
Oh, I just got one actually.
DM
I
in the
actually just got it
DM.
as you said that. Thank you, Frank.
Okay. So, play some music and get back to it. What do you guys want to do here?
You want to tie her up, Lemon?
Yeah.
I would like to, if he's gonna tie her up, I'd like to like help, so he rolls at advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll your survival at advantage.
Okay. Survival. I'm bad at this. Where is it? There it is. So advantage. Oh, boof.
Oh man.
I'm gonna use the washroom real quick.
And you're rolling like an elf ranger, I know. Okay, so you take your length of vine. You've got quite a bit of it that was used for that trap, much more than what seems to be required for this very slender figure. But you're able to get quite a few times around, plus the knots in that you feel like they're pretty decent knots.
Okay. I'm just gonna take the vine rope out of my inventory because it was 15 feet. I used it for a trap and tying people up. So
yeah,
just gonna take it out.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Where should we bring this thing?
Well, now I feel like we can use the jail cell in the town master's hall.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. We should.
Do I know what this thing is, Frank? Can I roll for that
You already did.
to see what kind of thing it is?
The weapon?
No, not that. The actual creature itself.
Yeah, you remember last time? That's how you knew it was a doppelganger.
Oh, yeah.
How I had described it as exceptionally deadly. Do you recall that?
Yeah, no, I guess I just wanted some more information regarding what a doppelganger exactly is and how they work.
So more in depth. Okay, sure. So yeah, go ahead and roll history.
Great. That's a 2.
I mean, other than the stories that you had kind of heard in passing and what you had kind of already recalled about their prowess in battle, you don't really know anything about their origins or really what their motives are.
And how they transform. That's the main question I'm asking.
Yeah, it's in your mind, it's basically like these, you've seen some lizards change color and you think it's maybe the same thing.
Cool. That's all I need to know.
We've seen lizards change color. Oh, it's gotta be the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Club is pretty dumb, so I don't put it past them.
Yeah, we should.
I'm gonna. I say we move him to the jail. Yeah, I agree with.
Coster's a
Tarkon.
bad idea since we've already kind of. It's not a jail cell. It's a blacksmith. So
we should also maybe see if we can see any blood of that black goo. Maybe see where the other one went to.
I mean, we could take it there. Queen could do a little bit of tracking and then meet up with us at the jail cell. Like Kiriko could.
I like that idea.
I'll stick with the Kiriko if you guys want to take.
Okay. Let's go, Club.
Lazuli and I'll carry the body. Lazuli, make sure I don't do anything to it, obviously. And yeah, you guys try to find a track it. We'll make sure it gets in the jail.
If it the time, if it wakes up, I think the way we have to communicate with it is get it to transform into a person, because it doesn't have a mouth, right? Is that what you said, Frank?
Yeah. So everybody can see it, right? It should be in their journals.
I saw it before. Oh, journal. How do I open the journal? I see. Okay. Yeah.
Second tab on the right.
Second tab on the right.
Frank, can I get a journal entry for the thing I met in the cave?
Oh, you want to see it?
I just don't have it in my journal.
So the only well, you guys know what it's called now, so I guess I can do.
No, I don't. Only Club knows what it's called.
Okay.
I asked it what it was, and it said, whatever.
Then I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Son
okay.
of Paul.
Okay.
the picture includes the name.
Okay.
Where's the journal? I'm done.
Second tab, and you could see below
Oh,
players,
journal,
player
right there.
handouts. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think we need to let it transform in order to interrogate it.
I agree.
I third.
Do it.
I'm gonna add a couple more things to your thing,
Oh, nice. Thank you.
but continue.
Before you guys come back to the jail cell, can you check on the Coster, see what's going on with our friend before you come back too?
Oh yeah, they're there. aren't they?
And maybe if they're awake, bring him to the town hall.
Yeah.
I think if anyone's gonna should be moving prisoners, I think as the strongest member of this of my party.
Well,
I don't think
believe I should
Iarno's
be
gonna
moving
run.
people.
I don't think
yeah, he's on
Iarno's
death's door.
Well, I still think I should do it in case he tries any wizardry mischief.
Whatever. Just if they're ready to be moved, then come get us from the town hall. But just check on him, see what's going on over there, and report back.
Agreed.
All right, let's take this fucking body.
I want to pick up the body.
Okay. You have no problem lifting this thing.
That's what I thought.
You've gotten a lot of experience in carrying unconscious or dead bodies. The last.
I don't want to carry it. I want to drag it. I want to know what he's done. I want to make sure.
Okay.
But I want to drag it by the arm. That way his head doesn't hit any rocks and cause taking it any damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to drag him right along the path, and as you're dragging, some of that black goo that's on the back just kind of falls off in little coagulated globs, just kind of crusty rocks.
I
almost.
want to take I'm going to stop and I'm going to dip my fingers into the blood and taste it.
So when you go to touch it, you can see that it's almost like a tar that's just totally hardened on the outside. So when you put your finger into it, it literally is just a hard surface.
What about the blood on the ground? Same thing?
It's even harder. Yeah, when it hits the ground, it kind of gets muddled up with a bunch of dust and dirt, and it just creates like almost like a rock.
Okay. No, I'll drag it right to the jail cell.
I want to stop
okay.
by the guards before we go inside.
Yeah, so the guards are standing there on the outside of the building, clearly shaken up, and they're just staring at you guys. You're dragging this thing back. What they assume was their town master for the last several years is now something totally different. They're having this absolute moment of their world being deconstructed and their whole purpose as a guard over this town just washing over their entire being. You can tell that they're totally unsure of what to do or say at this moment.
I'd like to speak first. I know that this may be shocking. I know that it might make you feel uncomfortable. You have been guards here for many, many years. I've kept this town safe, and it can hurt to know that the one thing that you were trying to protect was in fact the deadliest thing in this town. I would just want you guys to remember what happened today. We're just a bunch of adventurers passing through town. They may not believe what we saw here today. You might not even still believe what you saw here today, but questions are going to start to come through, and you guys are the only other people that saw what happened today and saw who the town master really was.
So the one guard that's standing closest to the corner of the building takes in what you've said, and in a very panicked, very uncertain voice, just says, what do we do now? This is we what do we do? Who's gonna take this town? What is that thing? There's
I'm gonna
more questions
I'm gonna
than
interrupt
answers
them.
now.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
interrupt. I'm gonna interrupt.
Okay.
And like look right at the guard that was talking and say, "Give me the keys to the cell. I'm gonna be in charge from here on out until we find a new town master."
Roll are you trying to intimidate this person?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation.
No. No.
Let's fucking go to the net 20, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
Down.
I'm
So
in shock.
Let's go!
the guard almost as though your words were like a weird sonic boom of sorts. The guard just kind of reels back a little bit, and he like his eyes just kind of search around his head like for what to do. And sorry, you had asked for what, the keys? You did
The
what?
keys, and that I run until we find until I find a new town master.
Okay, did you say what keys?
No, I said the cell.
Okay. He says yeah, we need somebody. And he just kind of reaches down, pushes his cloak aside, and he's got a key ring right on his belt. And he just fiddles through and just pulls the one out to the top and just kind of hands it to you and says, "This is the key for all the cells. There's 4 cells down there."
I'll take the key, but since I'm the new town master, I want the rest of these.
So he looks very puzzled. He says, "Well, who are all of you? I don't understand this."
I'm gonna look at Lazuli and have him answer.
We are adventurers loyal to Gundren. And, we kind of bumped into a couple of unfortunate people here in the town, and we learned that there were issues, and we took it upon ourselves to try to figure these issues out on our own. There's a very mysterious cave underneath the manor, and we cleared it out. Whatever has been plaguing this town, it's gone.
You dealt with the red brands?
Yeah.
I dealt with the red brands.
Okay, relax. There's 4 of us, 5 of us. We dealt with it together.
But I did most of it. If you go look at the sleeping giant, you'll see my handiwork.
He participated, as did we all.
So this guard is like, just everything in the last 10 minutes of this guard's life is just shattering his brain. So he just kind of looks at the ground and looks back up, takes a deep breath, and steels himself a little bit. And he says, we do need a new leader. We need this town is in chaos. But if you dealt with the red brands and our town master's gone, we'll hold an election and we'll get this town back on its feet. You can use the prison, use the cells, and we'll rebuild. Phandelver is strong.
In the meantime, we'll probably be in and around the town master's hall, keeping an eye on this thing. But we need the public to know that we need a new leader, and they need to know why.
Well, I think my act as interim town master, I shall address the town.
Kind of points at you a little bit. He says, I said you can use the cells. We will vote.
I agree on the voting. I'm not disputing that. But you need somebody in charge until the voting is done. I think that seems fair.
We'll vote today. And he seems to kind of be getting his resolve back a little bit. And he's kind of standing up a little bit straighter. Still very shocked and very confused, but he's now kind of taking a stance, you know?
We would be glad to assist in making sure it is a fair election, and most importantly, addressing the town. You know, not looking for any reward, but just letting them know what has happened over the past couple of days, to know that they are now safe, that they can call Phandelver their home again and not fear walking the streets at night.
Well, we have a system in place. I don't think we'll need help with that, especially not if the red brands are actually gone. We'll send somebody in to take a look. We're well aware of where their hideout is. It's not very well hidden. And I think, and he looks around kind of the corner of the building, and he says, I think the rest of the town may already be aware. And you can see that the elven woman who was praying at the shrine earlier that you had passed, and several other townsfolk that were walking around doing their business in the center of the town are just kind of standing there, you know, some holding baskets full of goods and others just, you know, looking like they're on their way to work in their work clothes. And they're just all kind of standing in the center of town. There's about 5 of them in total that are just looking at what's going on. Says, we'll run this. We'll get back to our feet. We'll look at the hideout, and we'll just need some help. We'll call on the king if we need to get back on our feet here. It seems as though losing the town master was for the best.
Can I ask you a quick question before we're on our way and getting this captive in jail?
Well, I don't exactly have a job to do right now.
This king that you speak of, did he suggest this last town master?
No, Harbin's... Well, this is... And he's just kind of looking puzzled. He's, if that was Harbin, he was always
Harbin's
good...
dead.
And he kind of
Just
looks
gonna
at...
blatantly interrupt.
He looks at the doppelganger and he says, well, I assumed so. You're holding it by the arm and this kind of just covered in dark blood and dirt. He says, I assumed that he is. But he continues on and he says, Harbin he's from Phandelver. He's lived here his whole life. He had a farm most of his life, and we voted him in fairly. He ran this town. And it wasn't until the Red Brands came in and things started going south that he started acting scared or different.
He was consumed by this creature several days ago. That was when the transition took place of old Harbin for new Harbin.
He's telling the truth. I saw it with my own eyes. But I also have 2 questions for you.
Before you do that, can you both roll a persuasion check for me?
Also, Club and DM, you are officially on stream and managed to make it work. You just can't see me.
Oh. Can we get your cam?
No.
You can pull up a stream.
I am 12 on persuasion.
My hands are
11.
my hands went up. Okay. I wish I was joking. My hands are up. Guess what I rolled?
Is it a 20 again?
It's a 20. Stop being dramatic.
I'm sorry, but I rolled 2 20s in a row.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's
Frank's gonna do like a one shot with you guys, like a one time.
But my persuasion
sit
is
down
minus
and play
20.
it through.
Minus...
So it's coming.
Okay,
it's coming soon.
So the guard kind of takes in the fact that, you know, what you're telling about him being killed a few days ago, and he's convinced that you're telling the truth, and he just says, well, then we must have been being ruled over for several months now by this thing, and he just kind of points to the ground at the doppelganger. It does make sense. It's horrible, but it does make sense. We will we'll gather the townspeople immediately. And he kind of looks to the other guard and nods him off. And this guard kind of takes off around this building here.
I'm going to stop him. I had 2 questions for him.
For the other guard?
No, for the one that's been talking to us.
Okay. But the other guard does take off.
Yeah, so first question is, where does Harbin live? I would like to investigate his house in case of anything. My second question is, who owns the Sleeping Giant?
Well, the Sleeping Giant was abandoned by its owner. And he moved out towards Neverwinter. The clientele were not so savory. And
so it's currently open.
Oh,
So I can purchase the Sleeping Giant. That's what you're telling me?
That will be for the town to decide. In the interim, before we get assistance, we're going to have some sort of council put together to run the different areas of town. But I suppose once we come to a conclusion, if nobody else is claiming it and we have no use for it, then the land will be for sale. And as far as Harbin's house, and he just kind of points down the street, says that one there with the blue roof. And he points in this direction here.
I'm going to hand him 50 silver. And say, use this for the election. I hope it's a fair election. And I'm going to wink at him.
Oh, no. That is...
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
All right. First roll is a persuasion first roll's 11. Second.
Oh my god, what is there a 1? I hope it's a 1.
No,
yeah,
I'm not even. I wish I was making this up. I don't like.
What's your modifier?
-1.
Okay, I also rolled a 20. I'm not kidding. I did.
Okay, no, I believe you.
Okay, and
No,
so
let it not happen.
okay. Well, I rolled on it. Like you can. Well, it's the 20.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
So he kind of he just takes your silver and he just opens very kind of quickly just opens the pouch on his side and he says, "This will go towards running this fairly, of course.
Thank you.
Club.
Okay.
There's a lot that needs to be
Yeah.
done. Let's get the body in a jail cell before it wakes back up. We've had enough time diddle-daddling. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Let's get this city back on the road.
Okay.
Agreed.
And so the guard heads over towards the center of town to greet all 5 of those people, and you can see as he walks over, he kind of beckons everyone to come closer. And you do see actually that one of the townsfolk that's over there is the halfling that sold you the bandages earlier, and she kind of gathers in. There's the elf, and then there's a couple of dwarves and a human man.
Is there Barfin? Barthin's provisions? Is Barfin there?
Barthen is not there.
I don't know.
Okay, so he's off kind of gathering the townspeople. There's this very eerie silence that's kind of striking the town now. Everything seems very tense, but also seems much lighter. Doesn't seem quite as dark. The tone of the people kind of moving in there. So you're bringing the body in.
To a jail
Yeah,
cell.
I'm gonna bring the body in. Open one of the jail cells, the one that doesn't have any windows or anything. I don't know, the most secure one, I guess. Open it
Okay.
up.
Before you guys do that, I just want to check in with Kiriko and Tarkon. What are you guys just kind of rolling with this, or are
Absolutely.
you looking to do something else?
Well,
Aren't we
Kiriko's gonna
Looking
track,
to
right?
find the guy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't just I don't just have like a full-on tracking ability.
Well, I guess we'll both then.
we're just trying to find it.
Yeah, we're trying to find the blood trail, if there is
Okay.
one.
So just because last session was, last session, the other one took no damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then there's no tracking.
Footprints. Look for a footprint, maybe?
I mean, there are tracks if you wanted to go that road.
That is a
Oh,
Kiriko
I know.
thing.
I don't know, man.
She's a hunter.
You were able to track the guy leaving the sleeping giant.
The sleeping
super
giant.
well.
Yeah, because he went through I convinced Phrank that we're in a forest area.
Aren't you guys in a forest area over here?
Convinced the
Yeah, technically, this area is forest. Then
Technically, yes. I just didn't. Yeah, technically, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I know where he went.
Okay. Like, if I'm going to give it to you before, I have to give it to you now. I got to be consistent here. Okay, so what you can see is that the tracks... let me just draw this out for you here. So the tracks kind of trail up this way. Now,
Okay.
in the amount of time, even if you had kind of moved fairly quickly, like you had dashed over to the side, you were primarily focused on the other doppelganger. You couldn't find that one per se, and the tracks have very long strides as you saw them kind of moving in that just very, very quickly, sprinting. So you can see the tracks very well spread out, and you can see that they lead north up into that tree line. Okay, so as you follow them,
Track on.
so as you follow them, it seems like it's just kind of weaving in and out of these trees. Now this is an orchard, so it's all fruit trees over here, apples and pears, and you continue on, and the tracks just go north, and the pace doesn't seem to be slowing. The stride is very, very similar. You know that
I have a
these are
phone
the
call. I have
tracks.
to take it. So.
Yeah. You know that these are the tracks. The pace seems fairly consistent. And as you look into the distance, into this clearing, there's a small stream that heads up, and it looks like the tracks just kind of go along the stream, but you can't see anything, even though the land is much flatter out towards the distance there. There's a little patch of woods out front, but you can't see a doppelganger, you can't see anyone out that far, at least as far as the forest, which seems to be several hundred yards away.
Let's take a quick pause real quick
Sure.
while Lemon takes the phone call.
Yeah.
I think that's the best.
Yeah, I agree. Simo, I'm a little sad that I don't get your camera.
No,
I
I'm a little
tried.
sad that you won't run
I
this fucking
restarted
show.
my computer. I tried, bro.
Pull up the stream.
I did.
I'm upset that I don't get to run this town, Frank. I
Oh
rolled a
my
fucking nat 20 on that
God.
motherfucker.
I swear to God, I rolled a nat 20. I swear.
Yeah,
to
but no,
God.
it was before that when I was asking to be the intern and get
Well,
It's a little
No.
game breaking.
You were
Yeah,
asking.
I get-
You were asking a couple of things, though. You asked a couple
that's
of things.
that's fair. That's fair. That's
He gave you the keys, which is one thing, and you almost got there. It's a
Dude,
little
I
scary,
was-
actually.
the fact that I fucking rolled 3 nat 20s in like
Well,
that
the-
same like engagement is insane.
But I just realized though, the second one where when you rolled the 20, you were supposed to take the lower of the two numbers.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah.
So I didn't need the 20, but I got the.
Thank God.
What, you don't want club running this town into the ground?
Poor people.
I'd rather
Taxes
have the
increased by 50%.
I'd rather have the doppelganger.
Think so with the people.
The Shrine of Luck is gonna turn into the Shrine of Club.
Just gonna have blood all over it.
Dude, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Just heads on pikes. Just
Oh, the
Game's
red
gonna
brands.
turn into the forest real quick.
No, it's gonna turn to fucking Sim City.
oh man.
I don't think Frank would allow that.
I don't know. I think I would allow anything, really.
I mean, if we
Alright.
left though, wouldn't you have to just stay? Because
Yep.
wouldn't you just have to drop it in town? Because your character would just be in town.
Yeah, but think about it. If you guys were to ever return to Phandelver, I have to be integrated back in because I'm A, the town master, and B, things have probably changed. So while you guys are out adventuring, I'm running the town.
No.
That would be awful.
And Frank would have to fucking DM that.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly how I would handle it. So we'll see what happens.
All I ask is I get a chance.
On a bright note, I got my stimulus check today. So
Hey.
Hey, let's go, Queen. Money moves.
you know it.
I honestly did not expect us to catch one.
I wasn't stopping until
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Let alone we got Harbin. We didn't get the assistant. We got
No,
we
you
got
did get the.
we got the assistant.
We got the assistant, yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like a pretty defeated O.
It's fine. A doppelganger's a doppelganger, so.
Very true. Very true. Very true. What?
Lemon did enough damage. To
Just
knock it
enough.
out.
He
Yeah.
rolled the max. He rolled the max.
I mean,
He had to hit and then roll the max.
I have a 2, and a 4. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Yeah, but if
What-
you hit, you would have hit with an arrow.
Yeah, plus a D6.
I know. Well, what I'm saying is like an arrow is an instrument of death.
Oh, I can't do non-lethal damage?
I don't believe arrows can do it. No, I think it has to be
Oh,
a
then I would have
blunt.
just killed it.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't have been upset about it.
The last
Same.
thing I thought would happen today was you
We need to wash them again.
fucking catch one. Oh, this is ours now. Yeah, we'll just have this. We'll just have a doppelganger and a wizard. Fuck it. That's amazing.
It's like ever since you told us about non-lethal damage, we've just been knocking everything out, and just we've got 2 people in custody right now.
Oh boy.
Who else? can we
Basically, just the
knock out?
town police.
We are. We are the town police.
The mercenary.
And I'm back. Man, I'm gonna look up a online free college business course so I can figure out how to run a town.
I'm sure there's one about town management.
Oh, you're probably right.
You know?
Yeah, I've
Town
taken several
man.
of those in my education.
Yeah, mayors.
Town-
To become a mayor, you have to go to school. You got to learn to become a mayor.
Ah, I figured.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
You good?
We waited
Okay.
for you because we wanted to spend time with you.
Oh
Yeah,
no, we're good.
if-
We're good.
yeah.
We're good. You can keep
Yeah,
going.
we're good. All right. All right.
You
So-
still
Making
in it?
sure.
Frank,
Yeah.
TLDR, the hunting.
Yeah. So the from what you guys can see, the path, the pace seems to stay very steady with the tracks, and they go off into the distance into a clearing where you can see several hundred yards away there is a tree line, and you can see that the tracks kind of head towards that direction, but there is no you can't see anyone. Like you can see the tree line, but it is
Okay.
again several hundred yards out in the distance.
I want to find him.
Well, we shouldn't leave without
Oops.
the gang.
So, Queen, is your intention to continue the chase?
I just want to find him.
Okay, 1 sec.
Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hate that he says 1 sec. That always scares the shit out of me.
Well, they always have the option of disengage and dash. Like they can just get the fuck out.
Yeet.
We just age and dash in the same action. Only Lemon can with the cunning action.
Also, the update is my mother told my grandma that there's nothing that will kill her, so she's getting sent home. It's nothing that
Oh.
will kill her, so she's getting
I
sent
mean,
home.
that's
That's
good.
A little
Yeah,
aggressive.
that's-
but
I mean, that is
Fair
good
enough.
news.
If she's
obviously.
had a lot
yeah,
of
that's the big one.
stress lately, that might have been it too.
They're doing
Same
an
thing happened to my mom.
They did a CT scan and it was
Nice.
clear. They're gonna do an ultrasound. It could be something like reproductive, cysts or something. I know that's
Nice.
personal, but that
I
should
had one of
happen.
those.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's had one of those, and she was in a lot of pain. They're
Yeah.
not fun. So,
Okay.
just girl shit.
Just girl shit.
Okay. So, I'm going to kind of describe what your endeavor kind of entails. So, as you run up along this stream, it's a very thin stream that kind of trails off into this wooded area and then kind of peters out into just a couple of small reservoirs of water. You work your way up in order to keep pace or in order to keep track of these tracks. You're not exactly going at like a sprinting pace. You have to maintain kind of eye contact with where you're going, make sure that you're following the right tracks. As you do so, you go across a couple of different, again, about 100 yards of just open plains. It's a little bit harder to track, but you are able to keep up. As you enter the woods, it's very, very thick. It's kind of a small patch relatively in terms of, any type of major forest. So it's a small kind of wooded area, still, a couple 100 yards across. And as you enter, all kinds of brush and bristle start getting in the way, but you are still able to track, and it just goes forward. You have no sign of any noise or anything like that other than the normal noises of the forest. So you do get the sense that he's at least maybe 1,000 yards up, like at least.
Funny.
You're the tracker. I'm following you for protection.
Are you still going?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
I want to find it.
Let's go on our own little adventure.
You going?
Yeah.
I want to go find it.
Yo, let's go! Club and Lazuli time, baby! Let's go!
I
Good-
do
okay.
think
Good cop, dumb cop.
I will say before we venture forward, any danger that we come into with the our abilities, I feel like we should disengage.
Yeah, it's fine. I won't push it. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. So
They have no idea where we went.
Fucking Ethan,
So-
he's dying.
Okay, so after 13 days, you end up in Neverwinter. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so
Simo and Club are dead.
Yeah, because Club killed them.
Yeah.
by the time you return,
He's-
the club has taken over. Okay, so
Did you just roll? Did I just hear a roll?
I've been
Alright,
rolling.
I think I'm composed. I think I'm good. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll try to avoid dropping bangers like that on you, you know?
Okay, so you follow through the woods. Now this is very close to the trail that actually led into town, and you can see that the actually just 1 second.
Okay. Pull it together. Pull it together.
Okay, perfect. So as you follow this thing forward, it does head back towards the main trail, and you can actually see that the tracks are on the main trail that you took into town, and they're just headed straight forward. At one point, you get to kind of a higher up area where the road kind of just bumps up before it dips down back into almost where the cross section was on the Tribor Trail that crossed over where you had turned off of it. And as you look down, you can, again, you're still capable of seeing the trail at least within several feet of you. And it does seem to be headed towards that direction, just straight up the path. Again, though, you do see that you get absolutely no sense that you're seeing him anywhere near.
You want to keep going?
Where does he go?
Where does he go?
I want to find him.
Let's keep going. So we're back on the trail where the wagon was, is what you're saying? Like before.
Yeah, like the trail. So here, I'll show you kind of the map.
Still River's gravestone.
Not
Well,
quite.
Before
so
that.
you guys,
several hours away.
yeah. So you guys are kind of about. Oops, sorry. You guys are about here. You've traveled maybe. God, I don't know the conversion between yards to miles, so I'll stick with yards. You guys have traveled a couple of 1,000 yards, and you know it's still on the main path. In order, like the point at which the road connects, so up there, every one of these little hexes. Actually, sorry, I want to make sure I get this in terms of measurement. Give me one. So every hex is 5 miles.
Okay. And the creature has come out of the woods and onto the trail and is headed north on the trail.
It's headed north up this trail.
I feel like we should probably stop following it.
Yeah, it's just gonna get away.
Just because we're gonna be going to a new area. Because he's just gonna go back and retreat to wherever he came from. I think he's not coming back.
Yeah, fine.
So you can, at the very least, note where the footprints are. If you wanted to pick up that trail again later, it might be helpful.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Queen, can you put that in your notes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where are we going here? Can't believe I'm on that map right now. We're all over. All right. So you guys kind of come back and you're reconvening. Is there anything you guys are doing on the way back or anything like that?
Can I check in with the coster?
Sorry?
Coster.
Oh, in the cost. Oh, yeah. Yes. And actually, I'll let you do that before you get back. Now, on your way back in, it's the normal hustle and bustle. There's a couple of carts actually that are on their way back that pass you on the way in, and you guys make it back in fairly decent time. You head into the coster, and there is Lenine at the front as always, and the laborers aren't really around. You just know that you know who else is in the building, basically. She greets you very warmly as you come in, still a little on edge with everything, but greets you nonetheless, and says, "Oh, back so soon."
Yeah, I don't know if you heard what happened. Did you happen to hear about the town master?
No, I heard a little bit of running around outside, but I figured that was just maybe some kids or something.
Are you familiar with doppelgangers?
Doppelgangers?
History check.
I can't say that I can't say that I am a doppelganger.
Yeah, so by the looks of it, a doppelganger is I knew what it was. Me and Lemon that knew what they were pretty well, right?
Let me check. I'm just gonna go back a little. Lemon knows the most about them, and you do know, roughly what
Okay.
they are.
So at least what they do, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're seemingly evil creatures that can take the appearance of anything, and so I'm afraid that we were correct in the fact that your town master is not good. The real town master, Harbin, was actually killed a few days ago, and there's been a doppelganger both as him and his secretary lady in the town hall. We have one of them captured in the town hall in one of the cells, but the other one got away. So I saw the tracks heading north out of town, but I just wanted to let you know so that you can stay safe.
So she just kind of, as you're talking, she just very slowly just places her hand on the desk in front of her and just kind of puts her head down and just starts shaking her head, listening to you, but soaking this whole thing in. And just like the guard, but a little bit, Lenine has seen a little bit more in her life, and just kind of takes a deep breath and looks back up, says, "I knew something was going on with this town. I knew the red brands were a problem, and I knew that
What's
Harbin didn't know how
What?
to deal with it. I thought that he was just caving. If what you're saying is true, and at this point, why wouldn't I believe you people? Then this town has a lot to do. Unbelievable. And she just kind of picks herself back up and says, "So, what brings you here now?"
Do you know where
Well-
our friends are?
No, I'll
So-
find them later.
No, the captive. That's what I meant.
Oh, well, I was going to say, first of
His
all,
name.
I wanted to let you know so that you can stay safe. Maybe the closest people around you, maybe ask some personal questions where only you would know the answer, so that if a doppelganger came in and pretended to be someone you know, you would know if they didn't know the answer. I don't know, something like that. But second, I wanted to let you know that there will be an election today for a new town master, and I like how you run things and how you treat people. So thought you might want to throw your hat in, because also Club from our group is throwing his hat in, and as much as he helps beat stuff up, that's pretty much all he does. So trying to rally some good folk in the town. And then third, I'm looking for our friends, the wizard and the warrior.
Yeah, well, can't say I've ever been good with a quill. My hands kind of holds them out. You can see they're very calloused, and she's even got a couple of wrappings around a couple of fingers where she might have injured herself. So these hands are much better with a blade. But this town clearly needs leadership. What it's been through in the last day, let alone the last 2 months, is much more than a town this size should ever have to deal with. And that wizard, friend of yours, well, he's up, and I've heard a bit of his ramblings. He was meant to come here to protect this town, and he destroyed it. It's sick. And she just kind of points you over and says, "He's all yours if you want him."
I just thank you, and I have a lot of respect for you. And then I turn and go get his ass.
So when you walk in, it's the same kind of scene. This time, though, Sildar is standing over the wizard, and he's not pleased. The wizard seems very very beat up, kind of barely conscious. As you watch for a couple of seconds, you can see it seems almost like he's in and out of consciousness, but mostly maintaining and is able to speak a little bit. And Sildar is just kind of standing over, just watching, not really asking too many questions, just standing there.
Lemon, did you come in with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Tarkon? Anything you wanna? He's all yours.
So as you say this, Sildar says he's not terribly responsive, but he did give me this, which he kept in his boot.
Oh.
And I will... How do I do this? Did you guys get that?
The yes.
I don't have anything.
In your journal?
I didn't get
Oh,
anything.
I got it. Never mind.
Yeah. And he hands you this kind of this note. It's a little warm, but he hands it to you. Says it sounds like he maybe wasn't telling a lie after all.
Huh.
Huh.
What does this mean?
Well,
I think it's referring to us.
Well, yeah, but I'm asking the.
No.
it turns out that there's somebody above him. Somebody seemingly significantly more dangerous, as he mentioned earlier, before. Well. And it sounds like he's in hiding. And it also sounds like he has Gundren. But he is all yours. I still intend to take him back to the Lord's Alliance. But for now, until I can arrange for travel, he's yours. And he just takes a step back and just leans against a wall on the far side of the room.
So he's conscious, right?
Yeah, he's mostly conscious. Like, he's just kind of like blinking, and his eyes are, very beat up and bruised, and you can see the wounds down the side of his face. It would make sense that he's a little bit out of it based on his wounds.
So I want to chit chat with him.
Okay.
So Iarno, what does this mean? And I just show him the paper.
He says, I told you. It's bigger than me. And he's like, kind of, as he's like inhaling, he's just barely getting out the words with every exhale. He even knew about you. And he has your friend.
Yeah, I see that, and to be quite honest, I think we're all a bit flattered. But you didn't answer my question. Who is he, and what does he want?
He's the Black Spider.
Where did you get this letter?
He had it sent to me.
So you know nothing more of this?
I told you everything I know.
So you followed the directions of a random letter that you got from people you don't know, from someone you don't know, with directions to do things strictly against everything you've believed in?
It was more than this. This arrived 2 days ago. He sent me here months ago. With promise. The forge. In the mine. The unending power and the wealth of this town was mine.
Ah, so you're greedy. Got it. Cool. So you know nothing of this guy.
He kind of chuckles. Just spits a little bit of blood mixed with saliva onto the ground. With that forge, it won't just be Phandelver. Phandelver was my small piece. The kingdom was his. He just needs to find the mine. And he has your friend. Laughs. Very weak.
So tell me more. Do you have any idea where it is?
No. Nobody knows. Even the Black Spider doesn't know.
Then how is he trying to find out?
Your friend knows he found it. Why would we take a meaningless dwarf and send him away
I mean, to be honest, it seems like you all do a lot of really mindless bullshit, but no, I'm just so you have no information as to where these people might be.
He's not stupid. Even with taking over this town and earning his trust, he would never tell me where he is.
Anything else you want to tell me?
I'm ready to die.
I mean, that's probably a good thing. And I just want to turn to the warrior and just, he's all yours, bud.
Can I ask my question?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave though.
Okay.
Just gonna head outside the coster while you finish up.
Have a smoke?
Nah, just breathe in the fresh air.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take out his staff,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna say, as a small favor for letting you live, even though you want to die, can you teach me anything? Can you teach me any magic? Or is the staff pretty much useless in my hands?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. And bam. Ugh.
I rolled a 3 back here.
Oh.
Oh, let's go.
So he's
go, Lemon.
so his eyes kind of widen, and it seems like he keeps his consciousness a little bit stronger now when you pull out the staff. Still kind of a little bit of light just rolling around the blue orb that's inside the top of the staff. And he just says, like all magic, just spend enough time with it. It will teach you its ways.
I'm just gonna thank Sildar and tell him safe travels. With what's his name? I forget his name. The wizard.
Iarno.
Safe travels. And that gets Iarno, brings Iarno to justice. And I'm gonna leave and go to the town hall.
So Sildar kind of just nods and says, the Lord's Alliance will see to that. And as you guys are both leaving, Lenine just is actually not at the desk anymore. When you step out the building, you can see that many more people have gathered in the center of the town. And it seems like they're kind of congregating, and the guard, they're all kind of creating a circle, and the guard who you were speaking to is standing in the center of this group of people, and Lenine is actually kind of joined, and she's a little bit inward on the circle as well. She seems to be kind of engaging with the guard, asking questions, and the rest of the townsfolk seem to just be kind of listening in.
Okay.
So is there anything else you guys would like to do before I flash back to these other guys?
No, I'm just headed back towards them.
Yeah, we're just headed back to the cell.
Okay, so you guys can. Yeah, so back to you guys. So you guys are looking to lock him up in the cell?
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when you get to the, you head into the building, straight to the left, there's that hall that goes down. You use the key he gave you. It does unlock that door. And then as you head down, there's just a fairly tight passageway down, almost kind of similar to the passageway down at the manor. And it's very cold, fairly damp. And there are 4 prison cells, 1 or 2 on either side. And they seem fairly empty aside from very loosely thrown together beds of hay.
I'm gonna, like I said, I want to open up the most secure one. It has no windows. It's got a bucket for a toilet. Like, I want like the worst conditions for this guy, like a Guantanamo Bay level conditions.
So you go through and you check the doors. One of the doors is actually a little bit loose, and just by happenstance, that also is the one that it's the only one that has a barred window on it. So it seems like you're not too interested in that one. And as you check the rest of them, the one in the far back right actually has, it looks like it's been reinforced fairly recently, might have been damaged, but now seems very sturdy. And it also just so happens to have a small drip in the back corner of the room.
I don't want that one. I don't want a drip, because that gives structural integrity to the ceiling, and that can cause them to escape. So I want the one that's beside it.
Okay.
That doesn't have a window.
Yep.
That is just as secure. Yeah.
So the one beside that one on the same side looks perfect for what you're looking for.
Perfect. Yeah, I want to open up. I want to use the key, open it up, and I want to lightly toss the body inside that cell.
Okay.
As to not do any damage.
Okay. Roll for damage? No, I'm just joking.
I was gonna say no. For once, Club doesn't want to kill anybody. For once, Club doesn't want to kill.
Okay. So as it's laying there, you can see that there's a little bit of a pulse. You know, you can physically see that there is veins pulsing through on the shoulder and the neck. It doesn't seem like it's breathing necessarily. You can't really see it breathing, but you can tell that it is alive as it's laying there on the ground. And you're able to secure the cell fairly easily. It seems quite sturdy.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna throw him in.
Okay.
Yes, Lazuli.
You mind keeping watch for a quick sec? I kind of want to go through Harbin's papers upstairs and kind of see if there's anything.
I would like to not do that. I think that we should check out his house first. I mean, I'm totally okay with checking his house by myself. If you want to stay in guard, and then after I come back, you do that, or vice versa. You go check the papers, I stay here, and then once you come back, I go check out his house. How do you
Let's
want
do
to
that.
this?
I'll check the papers, and then you check the house.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
Okay.
I will stand guard. I'm gonna keep my eyes fixated on the unconscious doppelganger with my warhammer equipped, and I'm going to ready an action. And if the doppelganger attempts to escape, I'm going to actually I'm gonna ready my javelin instead, and I'm going to in case he tries to escape, I'm gonna throw my javelin. That's my ready action. Ready my javelin.
Okay, actually, that brings a good point, by the way. I did some more reading on reactions. So,
Okay.
Because readying an action is an action, what I read was that you technically can't be doing that unless you are either actively engaged in battle or are in a place where it would make sense that you are about to be engaged in battle. So a good example would be what you guys did in the manor with the guards. You knew they were there. You were attempting to bring them out, kind of thing. That was a pretty good example. An even better example would be if you're actively fighting and you don't quite get to do your action on your turn, so you use your action to reserve your action. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, 100%. So I will just I'm just gonna keep my eyes fixated on the doppelganger to make sure he doesn't wake up.
Okay. Just so you know, this scenario, by the way, is a little bit on the fence. It's a little wishy-washy, this one, but I think either way, you're going to be okay. Like with readying or whatever, because it's unconscious. Okay. So that is that. So Club, you're keeping watch?
Yes, sir.
and Lazuli, you're leaving the building. So
No.
sorry,
I'm
you're
going
oh
up.
yeah, that's right.
I'm going to Harbin's desk and then I'm going back down.
Okay, so when you get to Harbin's desk, you're kind of rooting through. Give me an investigation check. Okay. So as you're kind of rooting through, it actually seems like the drawers themselves they're like dusty. It's very strange. Seems like they haven't really been used. And when you open them, you find almost what you would expect to find in a town master's workstation. There's just primarily papers. There's a quill on the desk. But you can see that there are requests from the townsfolk from, leading back weeks and weeks and weeks, up until about 3 months, that seems like they haven't really been signed off on or anything like that. Also within the desk, as far as items that are in there, there's primarily just the quill. There's a small container of ink built into the desk. And there is it here. There is a single gold coin.
We take those.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to investigate the assistant's desk.
Okay. So you root through. It seems it seems like it's a little bit more of an active desk, not quite as dirty or dusty. And there, when you open it up, there's actually a kind of like a small lockbox, wooden, with a gold plate on the front that creates a lock between the top and bottom pieces.
I will take this lockbox.
Okay. Everything else in there seems fairly reasonable. There's the sign-in sheet that you had earlier, that you'd seen earlier.
Can I see if there's anything on the sign-in sheet that stands out to me?
Well, when you look through, you can see that Sildar's name is on there. You can see that Club's name is on there most recently, and that is nothing really else. There's a couple of townsfolk names. You can even see that Lenine was there a couple of days prior.
Are there any like, when we fought them, like some of the rooms were kind of like empty, right? Like, before I head back, can I do like a quick scan, see if there's any rooms that have like shit in them?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so again, that same back room that you had seen earlier doesn't seem like anything too fancy. It's just a couple of bookcases against the wall. The 3 rooms to the towards the back, so the same room that you saw before, the other 3 rooms that are towards the back are totally empty and totally unused. You can see that the rooms haven't really been used in a while. Again, you see that same layer of dust that you saw on the desk and on the drawers. Nice light shining through, but nothing really other than that. The room at the front, though, you can see there are just stacks and stacks of just muddled papers all over the place. It seems like it's almost been used as a storage room. And then there's a canvas very shoddily thrown over the window on that one side, just in the one room.
Is that... Can I do like a perception check to tell if that canvas was meant to like hide something, or like try to like comprehend what that canvas's purpose is?
Sure. Do an investigation check. Okay. So yeah, it's as you get closer, you can see that it's almost like it looks basically like a blanket. It's a little bit rougher though. There seems to be different textures to it, and it's like kind of thrown together very shoddily. And it is just nailed at either corner, and a couple across the top, a couple along either side. And it is perfectly framed almost to the window. So it's clear that it was meant to just hide what was in the room from being seen from the outside.
Can I let's see if there's anything in the room? I know it's papers everywhere, but can I kind of do a quick scan and see if there's like, you know, kind of like a needle in a haystack, like, oh yeah, there's the needle, or I don't find the needle at all, kind of like if there's anything that stands out to me.
Yeah, just one more investigation check.
No, it's too messy.
Okay,
Too messy.
so there are hundreds and hundreds of pages here. As you flip through, this is what you see. So page 1, no, I'm just not doing that. There are you can see that there are several of those same kind of request forms, but much more recently dated, and they're just strewn all over the place. There's a couple of complaint forms you can see, like, written in all capitals, Harbin, you know, written all over the place, and just empty signature lines, nothing written on the bottom sides of half the pages.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to club.
Okay.
Hey, club.
Yes.
I want to see if any of your keys fit this lockbox by chance. I found it in the assistant's desk, but Harbin's desk is months old. There's cobwebs in that thing. Like, it's not used.
The guard only gave me the one key. You can try it, but he told me that it'll only open jail cells, and he had a whole key ring on him. So I don't think.
I'll just wait for
one.
I'll just wait for Tarkon then. He'll just lockpick
Okay.
it. We'll be good to go.
Can you stay here? I need to go do some investigating of my own.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
Thank you. And I'm gonna shake his hand. And I'm going to go to the Townmaster's Hall, or the Harbin Wester's home. Sorry.
Okay. So I will say, at this point, as you're leaving, before you leave the building, you can see Tarkon and Kiriko walking up to the hall as you're on your way out.
Okay. On my way out, then I'm gonna tell Tarkon to go into the basement of the Townmaster's Hall as Lazuli is waiting for him, and I'm gonna ask Kiriko to accompany me to the Townmaster's house.
Why?
I think we should do some investigating there, just to see if there's anything going on there, to see if that's where he was taken, or if he was just to see what's going on there. Maybe he has some stuff that's valuable to us that could help us, you know, with some knowledge or anything like that. That way I have some added backup in case anything happens.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring Kiriko with me to the Harbin's house.
Okay. So you guys stroll on over. When you get there, the door is securely locked.
I want to kick it open.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Yep. That is a 12. Plus 4 is 16.
Okay. So the door is actually fairly frail, you find, as you boot through it. It is a very beautifully made house, though. As far as what you've seen, this seems to have been constructed with a lot of care and attention to details on the outside of the house, as well as what you can see on the framing of the door itself. Very beautifully made, lots of designs within the crown and around the face of the door as well. When you boot in the door, it's a very eerie scene. What you can see, you see clothes just strewn about the floor in a very seemingly they were just thrown and strewn about, but you also get the sense that they were almost meticulously placed in the kind of pattern that they are, just almost covering every square inch of the floor. On the walls, you can see a fairly similar scene, but mixed in with different paintings and cabinets just pressed up against the walls. Not in a very feng shui kind of way. They're like covering windows, parts of windows, and things like that. There is a kitchen area There's a living space, a large living space on the left side of the house, and then there is a room towards the back of the house as well.
Okay. Do I notice any like weapons or gold on the ground at all?
No, you don't see any weapons. From what? Well, give me an investigation check, actually.
Yep. Investigation. Jesus. That is a 14.
Okay. So other than like the clothes that are in the middle of the floor, everything, including like tables and chairs, are just pressed up against the wall. As you root through, you don't really find anything. You find a belt, a couple of pairs of common shoes that are much smaller than your own. Nothing really of note.
No chest or anything, right?
No plunder. Nobody I can pillage. No?
Not from what you can
Okay,
see.
I'm gonna go to the back room then.
Okay.
Is
So
there anything
you're able.
there?
Yeah, so you're able to just get this door open. It's fairly easy to open, and there's a very simple bed. Same thing though. A lot of stuff just pressed up against the walls. The clothes. There's a couple of clothes that almost look like they're pinned to the walls, and it smells fairly bad in this room. Actually, there's a smell of it's almost like a lighter decay. Like a decaying body, but a much lighter, almost mixed in with like a flowery scent.
I'm gonna yell out to Kiriko to come in here and assist me because I don't understand the smell that's going on here, and maybe she can decipher it potentially. I don't know. Kiriko, do you? This smells of old rot and death, and I'm familiar with death, and even I'm confused by the smell. Is there anything you can maybe? What do you decipher?
Ooh, do I need to roll something?
Yeah, I'll let you roll a history check.
Really glad we played this today.
Yeah, so as you look around the room, you're kind of trying to think of what the smell might be coming from. You're trying to pinpoint it. The best guess that you can make is that maybe this is what a doppelganger smells like. You didn't really get a good whiff of the other ones. That's kind of maybe what you're thinking.
Okay, I'll tell them that.
Okay. And there's nothing in this room, right? No chest or nothing I can plunder.
There's a bed and a side table.
I'm gonna go up to the side table and I'm gonna open it up. Is there a drawer on it, or like I'm gonna search the side table? I guess
there is. And so when you open it up, you can see that there's actually two very similar to that the weapon they were using before. Same coloration, but slender, about 5-inch long daggers in there, made from the same material. There's also a small pouch. When you open the pouch, you find that there is 10 gold and 25 silver.
Okay, I will grab the daggers and the gold.
Okay.
And I will give one of the daggers to Kiriko. I'll ask her, "Hey, I found these daggers. They look like the same weapon that the doppelgangers had. If you would like to use it, I will gladly give it to you. That way you have a melee weapon in case you ever get into close quarters combat."
Sure, thanks.
No problem. And I'm also gonna, along with the dagger that I found, I'm also gonna hand her a Perdo.
Peridot?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Queen, do you take that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a history check.
Better.
Okay. So
Secretly condescending.
And I will say, this is for putting up with my bullshit, and always having my back when I need it.
sorry, just give me 1 second. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Top. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Doppelganger.
The DM has to DM.
I do.
DM is DM and a DM.
Okay, so Queen, you recognize this gem, and you actually know the value and that it would be useful. There's a couple of people that use this kind of gem. Certain blacksmiths will use it. Alchemists will certainly use it, and it is worth 15 gold.
That's it?
Huh?
For a gem?
Gold is expensive. I don't think you're not accounting for inflation. Okay.
I'm going off D&D Beyond. In D&D Beyond, the values each per dough at 500 gold.
Yes, I know that, but this is a much smaller paradigm.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It is though.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So okay, so you accept the Parados. So what are you guys doing now?
I would tell Kiriko that we should probably head back to the Town Master's Hall and reconvene with the others to figure out our next plan of attack. Cool. And we will head back to the Town Master's Hall and go to the basement and back up with Lazuli.
I think me and Lemon have a little bit of a RP to do before you guys get back.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tarkon. I didn't see you there standing in the in the corner.
I don't like where this is going.
I can't pay for that. How did the hunt go?
We lost the trail north of Phandelver, heading towards, I guess just heading north on the trail.
Yeah.
I don't think they're coming back.
Yeah. How's the wizard?
He's alive for now.
Yeah. Is he awake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sildar's taking him to the place I forgot.
Lord's Alliance.
The Lord's Alliance, yes.
Did either of you speak with the wizard?
Yeah, we asked him a couple questions, but he doesn't have anything more to tell us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When the
He's
group,
just a messenger.
yeah, when the group gets back, I'm probably gonna head over and just still have some questions unanswered that I want answers to. So if he's awake, I'll go ask them after. But yeah, there's an election. There's a whole slew of things happening now. I did find this lockbox after investigating the kind of like Harbin's workstation and the secretary's workstation. There's a strange room that I just, for the life of me, couldn't figure anything out. So if you got some time, I'd love for you to go have a look and see what the hell's going on there. But before you do, can you open this lockbox? I found it in the secretary's desk. It might have some answers in this lockbox.
Let's do it. Is that thieves' tools, by the way?
Thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Okay. So you fiddle around with this gold-plated lock. Kind of feel your way around, and it does seem like actually a fairly simple lock. There's not a whole lot of mechanism that can fit inside such a thin piece, and so you're able to just tick around and pop it open, and inside you find that this is actually basically the equivalent of a town's budgetary reserve.
Oh.
And you find 300 gold and 300 gold and 10 silver and 70 copper.
Oh, wow. Tarkon.
I mean, I don't think we
Yeah,
we should take this.
I don't think we should either. When you go upstairs to investigate, you know what? Let's just hold on to this and let's give it to the next town master. Like, let's just.
It's a good plan. I forgot. Oh, fuck. What's the wizard's name? I'm so
Iarno.
sorry. Iarno. Had a note stashed away in his boot.
Show me. Or tell me.
I'm gonna hand it to Lazuli.
Okay.
Wait, I thought I had it.
Or just tell me, or he can just tell me what was on it. You know, like.
I have it.
Okay.
Wait. Oh yeah, you
Sildar
have
handed
it. Oh yeah. Oh, so wait, I got it too though. So I guess we just both read it. I guess I can tell him.
Yeah,
I'll just tell him.
Yeah.
That's gonna go in my journal.
Wait, where? Why can't I open it?
Well, like Queen, is there any reason where, like, I genuinely need to know Kiriko's motivation. Is there any reason why you would withhold it?
I'm not trying to withhold it. I just want to hang on to it, and I also just wanted to keep correct track of it.
Okay. So then I will say this seems like relatively about timing. You guys are gonna be making your way back there right now,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that you guys roughly reconvene unless there's any, because there's technically a little bit more time. But if there's anything else that you guys wanted to go over before they got back, I would say you guys have probably another minute or two.
We just wanted to go to that room, I guess.
Okay.
Before.
No, we can't. I can't.
Oh,
Someone has to stay watch. This room's upstairs.
then I guess I was going to the room.
I assume you're talking about the
room
one
is
with the
it?
papers.
The one with the papers here.
Okay. So that room is just straight across the hall from the door that goes down to the basement. So, same scene. You walk in. There's just tons and tons, hundreds of papers just strewn about the room. Not necessarily placed. Just looks like they were kind of tossed in there. And that big canvas / blanket that's just nailed up to the window, covering it so that no real light is seeping in.
Huh. Can I cut a hole in the blanket?
Yeah.
To get some light in the room?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want me to do anything for that or no? Pretty
No, I mean,
relatively simple.
You're pretty apt with a blade. I would say that it's basically a blanket, so you're able to carve your way through the center of it.
Roll for
It
damage.
stays mounted up, but yeah. So it stays mounted up, but you cut a hole clean through it, and it just kind of flaps open, so there's a bunch of light seeping in.
Okay. I guess I'll do just an investigation on maybe like grab a piece of paper or something, or like see if I can read the paper or whatever. Like see what
Sure.
it is.
So roll investigation.
Okay.
Okay. So as you're searching around, you recognize that these are essentially letters asking for. They're either formal letters or formal just forms for construction to be completed. You can see that there's a signature line for the town master to be signing off on it, and absolutely nothing has been signed. These are all pretty much just requests and and jobs that need to be done around the town, as well as certain pleas for help. You can even see that that the owner of the farm that you had met up with earlier was kind of terrified in this letter, just writing about the terrors of the red brands and attacking the town, and saying that something needs to be done.
Okay. So it's pretty much a trash pile. Well, not a trash pile, but they used it as a garbage room sort of thing. They're not gonna answer those. Okay. I guess that's it. I guess I'm gonna go back outside.
Okay. So at this, everybody's kind of reconvening here.
Downstairs in the prison. That's where we're reconvening.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You guys find anything at the at Harbin's home?
No,
Not
we
too
didn't.
much, no.
No. I'm gonna say actually, Tarkon, I found something for you, and I'm going to hand him the dagger I found.
Oh, you found a dagger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I will exchange this dagger for the I gave him an item earlier.
The
You said-
tinderbox.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will exchange that item for the tinderbox if you'll allow me to.
Yes.
Perfect.
Don't go.
Is it
don't
just
go,
a regular?
Don't go starting fires you can't put out, club.
I can't promise
It's
that
just-
much.
It's just a regular dagger, right? Like just put in dagger.
No, Frank's
yeah,
about
so-
to DM you.
Oh.
I am typing. Oh, look at you, keeping track of my movements and everything.
Watching you like a hawk. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So, you guys are in the basement in this cell. Everybody's kind of reconvened at this point, and as far as you can tell, the
Oops,
doppelganger is just out cold.
Okay.
Still just slumped on the ground. You can still see the pulse moving, but yeah, just unconscious. Really, the only thing that other than the wounds on the back that have now just totally crusted over with this black tar-like blood, you can see that there is actually a little bit of a misshapenness to the head, where it's a little bit swollen on the side where Tarkon struck it in the head with the hilt of his dagger.
Okay. Well, now we have to decide what is next. Someone has to stay here and keep watch
I will.
until the creature wakes up, and someone has to stay here and watch club.
No. I promise. I swear on my life that I will not.
I think he's good now.
No, but I mean,
Harm.
if you need to
I'm
rest,
with Lazuli on this one.
if you need to rest, you guys can take shifts. I'm just trying to imagine a world where if we need to do something, we've got 2 people here and then 2 people that can go do something else.
That is
Do we wanna
very
just
smart,
do
yeah.
like a rest.
I want to go
I'm
talk
okay
to the
with this.
wizard before a rest. Or you
I'm-
guys can
I'm okay-
rest.
Yeah.
I will go do stuff.
Whoever wants to stay with me, I'm okay with taking a short rest while we wait for this doppelganger to wake up.
Do short rests reset your spell slots?
Unless it says so, then no.
Yeah.
I actually think that in your... I'm going to bring up your thing here. Sorry, I'm switching your character sheet around. Yeah, you didn't put it in your feats, which you shouldn't, so that's a good thing. But under the ranger section of spellcasting, it'll tell you when your spell slots come back. Like I know for a warlock, they all come back after a short rest, but I think that's exclusive to warlocks. Your hunter's mark might come back though. You have to look at that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There are other things you can do during a short rest though. You're not like napping. There are other things. I will say that, you know what? No, I'll let you guys figure it out. But there's a couple of things you can do. Like if you're just chilling out, it's like, what would you do during that time? Like some people might read a book, or some people might, do whatever.
I have things I want to do.
I think
Okay,
I'm the
so
only one that's not short resting.
So who is staying with me?
Me.
Me.
Yeah, everyone but me.
Okay. So I'm gonna politely ask Kiriko and Tarkon if they mind taking watch for about an hour or so while I take a short rest up in the townmaster's quarters. I'm guessing this townmaster's hall has a quarters. If not, then I will
in the hall.
There's a cot in the cell.
hall. Okay, I will open up with my key. I will open up another cell that looks the most comfortable, and I will take a rest.
Okay. So
in that cell with the key in my hand.
So the cell directly across from the one that the doppelganger's in has that kind of wonky feeling door, but it does look fairly clean. It's got the light shining in through the window. As far as jail cells go, it's cozy.
Okay, perfect. I will take a short rest in there.
Okay. So you're just gonna kind of kick back and chill out. Sorry, did anyone else say they were staying down there?
I am not staying for a short rest.
Lazuli and Tarkon.
No,
Oh, sorry, not Lazuli.
it's only me.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We're staying.
Okay.
Kiriko.
So you guys, you just tell me what you want to do.
You go first.
I don't know.
I want to take out the staff. Yeah, I want to learn magic. I want to take out the staff and just kind of sit on the floor, okay, with it like cross-legged on the floor, and then hold it in both hands, kind of just like on its side, laying horizontally, and just kind of like meditate with it in my hands.
Okay. Did you read magic items?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Why? Should I?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So you do that. So as you're kind of sitting with it, holding it in your hands, you can kind of, you're just inspecting it, like looking it over. I do need to ask you something though. Give me 1 second.
I feel like that's like a cinematic thing to do, you know?
Also, just heads up to
Like a
everybody.
movie thing.
We can only play till about 1 a.m. our time, Eastern time.
I think
Just
Lemon's
heads
got to
up.
go before that.
I mean, in like an hour is when I should probably be getting ready, but I mean I can stay up later past then, but
Yeah, just a heads up to start thinking about potentially ending this session at least.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I didn't want it to be super long.
Okay.
what you said you had to ask me something, right?
No, I had to look something up.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had to ask you, but I do not. Okay, so you spend quite some time and you get a little bit entranced with the glass. You can see the glass staff. You can see that it's pretty much hollow on the inside. It's just a tube almost of glass that just comes down to a point. As you're feeling it, you can feel that it's extremely strong as you're moving it around your hands, you can kind of drag it on the ground a little bit, and you can see that nothing is really breaking off of this glass as a glass normally would when dragged across stone or something like that. I am going to get back to you at the end of the rest. So who else is doing stuff?
It's just Kiriko now. That's like your last stop.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just chilling, I guess.
Okay. So you're chilling down there with those guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh.
I'm so sad that you rolled a 20 at this moment.
Why?
The smell of testosterone in the air is terrible.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
I would like to save that 20 for a different time.
I was going to say, though, also, you can, as you're looking around, you can see, you kind of lock on to the doppelganger for a couple of seconds, and you can see the pulse of this, of the veins through the shoulder and up through the neck, and you can see that it's starting to steady a little bit. He's not really stirring yet, but you can see that it is a fairly strong pulse, and what you saw before after he was kind of dragged across the ground and thrown in there, it's definitely steadying. Okay, so Lazuli.
Correct.
You're going to the wizard?
Yep.
So when you walk in, Lenine is not there. Nobody's at the front. But you do hear a little bit of commotion and movement coming from that forge area off to the right.
I go to investigate. Who's there?
So you just open the door, and you can see the room is fairly empty outside of Sildar, who is getting Glassstaff situated on one of the tables, just kind of leaning him up against it as his hands are still tied to his back. And you can see that similar scene. He's still got the blue robes. This time, there's blood covering front, the back. His face is just totally swollen. He's got a swollen over black eye, and he's got very labored breathing as he's just kind of got his neck sagging off to the side. And you can hear the wheezing in his breath when you enter the room.
I just walk in and I nod to Sildar. Greetings.
Greetings. Can I help you with something? And as he's saying that, he's kind of like just straightening out Iarno, just very forcefully, just sitting him down, trying to get him to stiffen up.
I've come to complete my line of questioning for Iarno. Things that I think are important to the mission, important to Gundren, important to the city.
Of course. We're just getting ready to leave. Sounds like Barthen will be setting us up with travel accommodations. And it also sounds like the town guard is going to be sending someone with me as well to ensure safe travels.
Does that mean that
yours.
the Gundren mission is up to us?
Well, I do have more information for you, but he's all yours now.
Okay, we'll reconvene on that, and after I don't have too many questions. Iarno, this might come as a little bit of a shock to you, Sildar, but my first question is, what is your relationship to the town master, Iarno?
He just kind of arcs his head up at you, and he says, What do you mean?
Were you aware that Harbin was taken over by a doppelganger?
Yes.
And how long has that been going on?
Since before I got here.
Wow.
Just before.
Hear that, Sildar? Harbin's not been the same for months.
Yes. I understand.
And Iarno, with Harbin, how heavily did he help and influence your reign here?
Sorry, say the first part again. What did you say?
Well, I was just asking Iarno, with Harbin being like a doppelganger, how did he influence your reign here?
Oh. He didn't. He just helped me take over this place. He was sent.
He was sent by the Black Spider as well?
Of course.
You know, we have one in custody. We captured one.
Kind of peeks his head a little bit. Oh.
Harbin
Well.
himself got away, but we've got the other one in custody.
Yeah. Surprised it didn't kill you. I guess it had something more important to do.
My last question, and this is the most important one, Iarno. If you leave, and this doppelganger leaves and all that, does the Black Spider send someone in your place in Harbin's stead to try to maintain control of this town?
This town is the last thing anyone's gonna have to worry about. Didn't your friends tell you? The kingdom, all of it, it will be run by the Black Spider. You fools. Phandelver is nothing. There's no need to waste any resources here.
If it means that Phandelver is safe, then you've answered my question, because I think you know where we're off to next.
I don't know where you're off to, and neither do you.
I'm hoping to get caught in a web. And I'm hoping to come out the other end the victor, just like I did in Phandelver.
This is bigger than you. But maybe I'll live if you succeed. So, in a twist of fate, I suppose. Good luck. He just kind of laughs. Slumps his head down.
I look at Sildar and I say, I'm sorry about Harbin. I don't know if you knew or you just found out moments ago, but the man you spoke with when you first got here, that wasn't Harbin.
Yes, I understand. And this town will be better for it. You said he left. Sounds like he left. I don't know that that's a good thing.
He was in full sprint. Kiriko and Tarkon, they went to track, and felt like every track they found, he was still like 1,000 yards ahead. So there was no way they were going to catch up to him, and there was no way we were going to leave this other doppelganger out of custody. It's better that we interrogate rather than chase an endless path of no means.
Should I delay my travel and take the doppelganger to also meet justice with the Lord's Alliance?
That's a possibility I think I'd like to extend to the group. In probably the next hour or so, this doppelganger is going to wake up.
How did you defeat this doppelganger? He just kind of chuckles. Says, have you fought one of these before?
No. When Club was held captive in the cave, he saw Harbin get eaten alive. And it is then that this doppelganger took form of Harbin, or maybe some way or another, I don't know. But just at the sight of Club initiated combat. And thankfully we were all there prepared and ready and waiting for that moment. But for some reason they were very, how should I say this? I don't know if I would say afraid of our numbers, but just, it's like they understood that it was better to send word or escape or something. I don't know. But the one that didn't get escaped, that didn't have the chance to run away, we managed to capture it and knock it out. But the other one, full sprint before we could even do anything, was gone.
Well, like I said, that may not be the greatest thing to have happened. But I suppose if we have one, then that's better than two of them having gotten away, and commend you all for your efforts yet again. You've put in a lot of effort the last 3 days, and actually the last several days, it seems. I still have a duty to Gundren that I must fulfill. And I would hope that while I am on my way back to the Lord's Alliance, that you would still pursue this line. And
of course,
it sounds like there's something much bigger going on here that Gundren's gotten himself wrapped up in.
What was that additional information that you had for me?
Yes. Well, I am aware that the Lord's Alliance has been keeping an eye and passing information about some gatherings of some not so savory people in a castle. And while I don't know precisely where it is, only that they were seeing sparks of magic from the castle, as well as a large grouping of orcs and goblins and other such creatures, humans as well, seemingly getting along with them. I just have a feeling that it might be of note.
Yeah, and you don't know where this is, you just know it exists.
They were speaking of it as I was leaving with Gundren. And I can't help but I can't shake the feeling, but it feels like there's something going on there.
Yeah.
And if Gundren was taken somewhere, and the Black Spider is as powerful as it sounds, then perhaps it might be at least worthwhile.
It's very difficult, with what our next steps are. We provided a great service to Phandelver, not that we asked for it or wanted to, or we saw bad and we wanted to make good. But now this next step to Gundren, it's not quite clear where that journey has to end up. We don't have a lot of information to go off of, and I look at Ariarno and shake my head, and of course he was of no use to us. So now I just don't quite know where to go.
Well, I don't know these areas quite as well as some of the townspeople here, I'm sure, do. They might be able to help. Possibly somebody else from the Lord's Alliance might come in and help, and I could send word. Look, I just have to tend to this now, and I have to pack up.
For the short time we we stood battle together. I appreciate your service, Sildar. Thank you for everything.
And I yours, Lazuli. Perhaps there might be a place for you among the Lord's Alliance as well.
As much
I
as
wish
I
you
would,
all luck.
I would honor that and appreciate that for another discussion, for another time.
Well, good luck to you. Then he kind of smacks Iarno under the chin just to get him to put his head up. And he starts moving out towards the front of the building. And as you step out, there you can see there's a cart with 2 horses attached to it heading down, and you can see one of the men that you saw at Barthen's, not Barthen himself, but his son that you recognize is riding up on this cart, pulling the horses up, and you can see inside the cart there's several thick chains and ropes and shackles on the back. It seems like a prisoner's cart.
Good luck and safe journeys to you all.
And safer journeys to you. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I go back to the group.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
I wanted to knock on the woodworker's house. I just have a feeling they're in the middle here, but I'll knock anyways on my...
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up to the door, you give it a knock. You can hear a little bit of shuffling around, and then the door, you can see at the window on the side, just a little face kind of peek out, and then you hear the door unlock, and the teenage boy comes to the door.
Hello, child. Is your mother home?
No, somebody came to get her, and I think she's just in town.
Yeah. I just wanted to... You know what? Never mind. I just wanted to bid you farewell. You know, we as adventurers are going to be heading out soon. And just wanted to say goodbye and hope that you guys live a happier life now here in peace in Phandelver.
Okay. Hey, we all really appreciate it. You know, you did save us.
I wish there was more I could do. Believe me.
Well, trust me, you've done enough, mister.
I'm gonna on my walk out, I'm gonna do like a little coin flip. I'm gonna coin flip him a silver.
So he reaches out and he catches it. Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
You too. He just shuts the door.
I want to see if I can just pop into the town and see if I can spot out the woodworker's wife.
Yeah. So you jump up there, and it's a much larger crowd now. Is from what you've seen around this town, for as many homes as there are, it seems like there's at least 1 or 2 people here from each house. All different ages. There's a couple of kids there, and they're all just gathered around. This guard is talking to the crowd. It seems like everything's calmed down. Everybody's either sitting on the ground. There's a couple people standing. They're either sitting or kneeling, and Lenine is very close to the center of the circle. As you scan around, you do see everyone that you've come across thus far is here. You can see the woodworker's wife is sitting in a pack of people. You can see the owner of the farm is there as well.
Can I kind of like walk up to her and be like, "Hey, can I just have a word with you quickly?"
Okay. Yeah. She
kinda...
just scoots back and like steps up and brushes herself off and walks over to the side with you.
I just wanted to pass along my condolences. I'm just an amateur woodworker. I just came into town looking for supplies, looking for stuff that I could try to learn or use, but I've in my journeys in that cave, it is confirmed of your husband's passing. So I really wanted to at least I know it's not good news to hear, but at least you now know, he fell an honorable man, stuck to his principles.
She looks at you, just staring you in the eyes, just taking in what you're saying, and you can see tears starting to well up in her eyes. She looks down and grabs like the part of her dress and just brings it up to her face and wipes her eyes away and takes a breath through her nose. Says, they're talking about putting him on the council. I appreciate it. Everything, and God, those kids. He was a good man, and I will, you said you were a woodworker?
I'm just an amateur. Like I don't have any direct tie to your husband. Like I just...
Yeah. Okay. Well, just come with me a second. And she just leads you back to the house. And as she's walking along, you can kind of hear her like sniffling and just like wiping her face as she goes. And she just walks into the house very briefly. You hear a little bit of rummaging around. She comes back out and she says, "Here, these are his best tools. There's nobody here that really does this kind of thing anymore." And she hands it to you, and she also I will tell you what she's giving you in just a second. You have woodworker's tools, correct?
I have proficiency. I don't have tools. So
Okay, so she is giving you woodworking tools.
Okay.
And they are what she's handing you. They're like pristine. There's a chisel there. It's all wrapped up in kind of a roll. She lays it out in front of you before rolling it back up, and it's just this beautiful assortment of oak and silver ingrained tools. There's chisels and a small mallet and a small handsaw. Sorry, I just need 1 second. So these tools, when you use them, by the way, so when you put this into your thing, into your kit there, add a +1 to them.
Nice.
Sorry, just 1 second. And she says, she goes on to just kind of tell you that she says, we're not from here originally. We're from a place called Thunder Tree. Have you heard of it?
No, Thunder Tree? No.
Well, it's to the north, and we were kind of pushed out and forced to come here. Town might be in ruins now, but I just if you're ever in there, we left behind a couple of things, a couple of heirlooms. All of Thunder Tree has been overrun with undead, but if you ever do find yourself there, there's a necklace. It's in my old house to the north of the village, and it's under a storage dresser. Okay, if you're ever up there, it's yours. You can have it. Okay.
This may be too much to ask, but does your village have a castle?
It didn't. It had a wizard's tower though.
Okay, thank you. Do you know where your village might be from here, from Phandelver?
Of course. And she actually like just goes down on the ground and starts carving out with like a little stick. She just starts carving out the path, and she shows you kind of the Tribor Trail and then where you came from. You're well enough aware of the area to know like where she's kind of drawing. She shows you where Neverwinter is, and then shows off to the right of Neverwinter where the where Thunder Tree would be.
Cool.
Says, look, it's just, if you're there, it's there, it's yours. I didn't want it to be around all those undead for so long. I don't need it, but it would be nice to know that it's not there.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. If I do come across it, I am back in Phandalin, and I'll make sure that you get what's yours.
Sure. Just kind of nods and says, well, I'm going to head back. I'm going to have to tell the town. And she just kind of puffs up a little bit and brushes her clothes off and one last wipe of her face, and she just kind of beelines it back to the town.
Okay. I'll go back to the gang.
Okay. So, but around this time, we'll say that your short rests have kind of concluded. So if anyone needs to do anything with hit die, or if there's anything that's refreshed from that, you can go ahead and do that. Tarkon in particular, it just so happens, and this is going to be a learning moment for everyone, it just so happens that the thing you did is the thing that is required for all magic items to to be identified.
Honestly, I did not read anything. Like
I know.
I thought that like it was a cinematic. Like,
well, I'm glad you did that
in the movies.
It's good. It's good. Okay, so I will tell you that what you have with you. Sorry, I put it somewhere. There we go. So this staff made out of glass, you are able to identify it as a staff of defense, and I will send you the description of it.
What?
Damn, lemon.
Puggers.
So, important to know as well, and magic items are not my forte. This is going to be a learning experience for me too. But I can tell, like, all magic items have different kinds of stuff that they do. Can be something stupid, can be something really strong. But you are able to attune to 3 magic items. So you have to first have it identified, and then you have to attune yourself to it, which you still have yet to do. So you're not attuned to it yet. All you have to do, I believe, is spend an hour just in contact with it.
Practicing.
I don't even think you need to be practicing. You just have to be in contact with it for an hour. But I will confirm that at a later time.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So that is yours.
Cool.
Keep in mind, though, you have to be using it in order to use it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. So that's that. And I think that's actually a good time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Come out of our rest on the other end.
Perfect.
Cool.
I'm gonna quickly wrap up the stream here.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of an abrupt ending, but that's okay. That never hurt anybody. That's okay. We're going to continue our adventures this Friday, so I'll keep this short. Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, you can catch the continuation of this event. I'm excited to see where we end up. Looks like we're at the beginning of a new adventure. We kind of finished with the city. We're finished with everything. We've uncovered all the hidden little secrets. Probably still going to interview a couple of the other townsfolk, etc. Maybe take a long rest before we do end up leaving. But overall, I'm excited. I'm happy. And most importantly, I will see all of you. All of you. The next time we meet Friday at 6:30. 6:30 Eastern.